Hi, Selena. I'm Michael I with Asian Feed. It's great to be here with you today.
Hi, Michael.
To start off, can you tell me a bit about the film and the character you play?
Well, the film is this amazing rom-com action flick, starring J Lo and Josh Duhamel. They're planning a destination wedding in the Philippines, and they go there, and I run the resort where the wedding happens together with my husband Ace. We do a little bit of everything. We fix the Wi-Fi, we tighten the nuts and the bolts. I even end up being the wedding singer. But along the way, there's some madcap adventure, and the place gets taken over by terrorists, and everybody's a hostage that end up, and they all end up in the pool, and there's a lot of fighting and everything, but love triumphs at the end.
Awesome. And as an Asian-centric outlet, we certainly love the representation that you brought to the film. How would you describe the impact and importance of seeing Asian representation on screen?
Well, obviously it's important. I mean, it's critical that people grow up and they are seeing sort of faces or actors on screen or on stage or anywhere in the world arena that they can relate to, that they feel look like them or have the same background as them. So it's wonderful that Hollywood films nowadays. I think since like Crazy Rich Asians and maybe have started having Asians on screen a lot more. So that representation is important for people who are growing up, or generally for our self-esteem and also to something to aspire towards.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, the film certainly features a tremendous cast. What was it like filming on set and working with the rest of the cast?
It was great fun. I mean, the movie itself is great fun. So the scenes that we got to do were very fun. So when we were on set, actually doing the scenes, it was a real hoot. But off the set, we lived together in kind of like these COVID bubbles where we were sort of like, this group of us would be housed together in this one villa. I say one villa, but it's a gorgeous villa. It's like a gorgeous villa like you've never known before in the Dominican Republic. And the group of us, like Jennifer Coolidge, Darcy Carden, myself, Sonia Braga, and quite a few others, and Lenny Kravitz even. We would be together like all day, getting to know each other. We were like on a holiday camp, like a really luxurious holiday camp, enjoying great food and great hospitality from the Dominican Republicans as well. Who hosted us. So it was a really special time for all of us.
Amazing. And that definitely sounds like fun. Are there any memorable behind the scenes moments that you can share?
I really enjoyed, and I think this one going in, because I'm kind of a film buff myself. But when we stayed in the villa, this villa had a really nice movie screening room, and so somebody said, oh, why don't we spend our Sundays watching each other's movies? So we started, and Cheech, we started with Cheech. Cheech Marine's movie Up in Smokes, and we would all gather together. Steve Coulter would do some interview with Cheech, so we could find out like background information. We watched the movie, and then Cheech prepared tacos for all of us. So it was a real like a film fest come food extravaganza. And then we also watched Kiss of the Spider Woman with Sonia Braga, and Best in Show with Jennifer Coolidge. So I really felt like I was in some kind of a film summer camp.
That's amazing. And are there any particular moments from the movie or any scenes that were super memorable for you to film or like really stand out to you?
I think a lot of it was very madcap, like I said. But I really appreciated one of the last scenes that we shot, which was a really sort of quieter moment for us, where there were just four of us: myself, my husband Ace, and then J Lo and Josh's characters. We were kind of in the bunker, and faced with this dilemma of like, how is anybody going to survive this ordeal, and then sort of like coming up with a plan of action as to like what, who takes responsibility, what's going to happen next. It sort of gave the rom-com action flick a little bit of depth and feeling, I think.
Amazing. And this definitely sounds like a very unique experience and a unique film. How would you say filming this compared to some of your past work?
So, because this was filmed in extraordinary times, we all had to go there, and then we were cloistered together. So we had to stay on set the whole time. I was there for 2 months, and because of that, the interactions between the actors and even some of the crew and creatives like the director and all, we had a lot more time to bond with each other. So it really felt like, we were there for a purpose, and just sort of like creating something. And nobody could go back to their lives, as it were. Whereas in other films, you also get that camaraderie, but maybe in more sporadic periods. So, like for Crazy Rich Asians, it's like you should, like, maybe a week in Singapore, then another 2 weeks in KL. So it's just kind of more dispersed. The energy is more dispersed.